was the biggest challenge or struggle or really defining moment that ultimately kind of brought you to to your knees or to this place of like, something's got to go? Drop me right into your story.
Yeah, so when I became a clinical nutritionist in probably 2009, people really didn't know what clinical nutrition or functional medicine was at that time. So I was kind of ahead of the curve, the pioneer, so to speak. And so a lot of people kind of thought I was selling snake oil. They didn't really know what I was doing. They just thought I was kind of weird and kind of an outcast. And so I was really trying to just show the world who I was. And I was finishing my master's and writing a book and trying to start a practice and getting all these certifications, and people weren't understanding really what I did. And it was frustrating. I was not making money. My family was telling me I should just go get a job and get a paycheck, and my house was about to be foreclosed on, and just kind of a frustrating time. And I also had a Doberman at that time, so two big dogs. So when my house was foreclosed on, it was, where am I going to live with these two big dogs that were my everything, the only things that believed in me at that time. And so I was just broke and just kind of in a really dark place and kind of living out of my car. And that's when I kind of just crashed. One day, I think all the physical turmoil that was going on in my world, the mental anxiety, just kind of took me to my knees. So one day I tried to get up to get ready for a normal day, and my body hit the ground and my feet didn't follow. And next thing you know, the room is spinning uncontrollably, and went to the emergency room, and they did the Hall Pike maneuver where they throw your head backwards, the room spinning, and next thing you know, you're diagnosed with vertigo, which is not a diagnosis, that's a symptom. And from there, I was, next thing you know, the patient and not the healer. For 3 years, I was completely disabled. I couldn't walk, I couldn't drive. I bumped into walls. I didn't understand what was happening to me. I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars going to healers all over the world and trying to figure out what was wrong with me. And I went to one doctor who diagnosed me with Meniere's, and this is your story. You're never going to walk again. This is going to be the story for the rest of your life. So I think that was my rock bottom, and my turning point was that I just decided that I wasn't going to be a label, that doctors weren't going to label me into a disease, and that I knew, because I believe that the body can heal if you give the body what it needs. And I just had to rely on my faith. And there's my favorite scripture in the Bible talks about speaking to this mountain. If you speak to this mountain and you truly believe with your heart, then you can move this mountain. And so I just spoke to, I visualized myself as being healed and restored. I would not believe, even when the room was, one day it was, I was more dizzy than the next. Even when I was severely dizzy, I pictured myself as restored, healthy, and whole. And that is the visual picture that I just had in my head. And that's what got me through every day and actually allowed me to heal. I started really diving deep into functional medicine and neurofeedback and the gut and brain connection and the vagus nerve and all the different things that happen to our body when we have stress and we have physical manifestations of stress. And so I really just dove deep into my education. And then I believe it was 2015, I decided that I was going to open the top healing center in San Antonio, Texas. And I had a client who believed in me, and no one else would help me. I mean, family, no one came to the table, but this client gave me a loan that I paid every month, and I opened this healing center. I had neurofeedback, I had functional medicine, I had even therapists that help with trauma, because I believe that's a big part of healing. I had massage therapists, infrared saunas, I had everything. And I was on top of my game, the best healing center in San Antonio, Texas. And people started at that time really starting to understand what that was about and wanted to know what I was doing. And so I built my practice purely on my reputation. And there wasn't ads, there was it was just word of mouth. And people started coming to me to get better, and people were getting better. So that was kind of my turning point, I think, and just really starting to believe in myself. I think my rise was just I didn't quit, you know. I fell down, I got back up, I didn't quit. And when the enemy was whispering in my ear that you can't do this, you're not a doctor, you're sick, I just said, watch me. And that's what I did.
Wow. Oh my goodness. I just learned so much more about you that I didn't even know. Wow. So in 2015, you just simply decided, right? I talk a lot about decisions and like whether it's an identity upgrade or a business decision. Like so many people waste so much time in this place of fear around decision making. And you just said, screw it. I'm deciding I'm going to start a practice. I'm deciding that I'm going to change the diagnosis. I'm deciding I'm changing the story. I'm not going to be a label anymore. So your rise up moment ultimately, right, was this internal voice that just said, you're not going to quit. And if someone said you're going to quit or you should quit, you said, watch me.